Let us look at some properties of charges. Well, like charges repel while opposite charges attract. This is but obvious. Let us say if we have got two positive charges, they are going to repel each other. Similarly, if we have got two negative charges over here, they are also going to repel each other. But if we have got one positive charge and one negative charge, they are going to attract each other. Let's understand this. Charge is quantized, okay? And the quanta of charge, quanta which is the fundamental quantity of charge, is the electronic charge, 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. So n can be an integer and the charge on any body is an integral multiple of the fundamental quanta of charge. So the charge on a body can be 1e, 2e, 3e, 4e, minus 1e, 0e, that is all allowed. 0 is also allowed, minus 1 is also allowed, okay? However, it has to be a fundamental multiple of the integral charge. If it is not a fundamental multiple of the integral charge, then that quantity of charge cannot exist on a body. Charge is invariant under velocity transformation. So basically, if there is a charge, let us say, that charge is at rest, and let's say that charge is 7e, q is equal to 7e, is at rest. Let us say if that charge is moving, then also q will be equal to 7e, no matter whatever is the velocity with which the charge is moving. So it is invariant under velocity transformations. However, there are some other quantities like mass, time, length, etc. They can change with velocity according to the special theory of relativity. However, charge will not change. Charge is invariant under velocity transformations. Electronic charge is additive. Now what does that mean? Let us say if we have a body over here, let's say some portion of the body has a charge plus 2q, some portion has a charge plus 4q, some portion has a charge minus 3q, some portion has a charge of minus q. Then the total algebraic addition of all these charges we can see is plus 2q. So this entire body will effectively have a charge of plus 2q because these charges will algebraically get added with each other. So charge can be algebraically added or subtracted. If let us say another charge is given to the body, let's say plus 5q, then we'll add the plus 5q with this plus 2q and then say that the body has a charge of 7q. So charges can be algebraically added with each other. Charge that is at rest, okay? If a charge is at rest, it produces only an electric field. If a charge is under uniform motion, then it produces electric as well as magnetic field. And if a charge is under accelerated motion, then it will produce an electric field, magnetic field as well as electromagnetic waves. If the charge is given to a non-conducting body, let us say a non-conducting body receives the charge, then in that case the charge will be localized in one region. Let us say this is a non-conducting body that I have drawn over here. This is non-conducting. And let's say this is a conducting body. So for a non-conducting body, what happens? The charge is localized in a region. But for a conducting body, we can clearly see that the charge is actually uniformly distributed. So for a conducting body also, let us say the charge was given only in this region earlier. While the body was charged, the charge was transferred only in this region. However, what's going to happen is that the charge is going to distribute itself uniformly over the surface of the body. And when it distributes itself uniformly, we can see that it is uniformly